Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. Today I'm going to be creating a couple of Paris themed glassine bags. So they're going to be a tuck spot in a journal, and I'm using the Paris Rose digital kit, and I'll be sure, I think that's from I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I'll be sure to link everything in the supply list. I just noticed that my camera is a little bit off, so I'm going to just adjust here really quick. I tend to kind of go off screen, so I want to make sure that I've got everything in view. So I've just selected a number of pieces of ephemera. I've got some little bits from the kit, some butterflies from something else, these little tabs from something else, a little bit of lace. I'll be pulling from my lace bucket just because I wasn't really sure what I wanted. I'm not sure how this one got in here. I don't think I really want that one. I'll be pulling from the my bucket here as I go along. So I have just going to pull those ephemera pieces off and out of my way really quick. These are going to stay because they're going to be a little bit of a tuck spot. So the first thing I'm going to start doing is going ahead and inking all of my edges, as well as backing any of my tags or ephemera pieces with some coffee dyed paper. So I'll be sure to zip through that so that you don't have to watch that whole process. So let me go ahead and get going. I hope everybody is doing well. I had a great day yesterday. I went to the beach with my sister. My older sister, who doesn't drive, so she doesn't really get out of her little postage stamp part of the world very often. So I was able to take her, and we had a beautiful day. Went to some antique shops. I found some treasures, which I'll probably show in a video. Really, really, really good day. Great weather. I hope you guys are all well and enjoying your summer. Okay, almost done with the inking. And then I will go ahead and take a moment to just back my some of my ephemera pieces with some coffee dyed paper so that we don't have to do that later. Just finish this up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit of coffee dyed paper and I'll be right back with you. As I've mentioned before, I really like my pieces like this, the removable parts, to be on coffee dyed paper for writing on. So the white would be just fine, but I prefer kind of that more vintagey feel. Just whatever you like is what you need to do. This is a piece of the ephemera that I just cut in half, kind of in that same kind of crooked, torn fashion. So I'm just kind of following that here. There we go. Get rid of that stuff. That's our little bit of ephemera. So we're going to start with this one because it's a little bit easier. It has less stuff on it. And I probably will sew some of this. I'm not sure, as I don't know how this paper is going to respond, the glassine bag is going to respond to the glue, because I've not really worked with it. It should be fine. So let's go ahead and try to glue it and see what happens. So again, this is just bad paper. You can see all the purple lines through it. But I love my HB Insta Ink, so I cannot complain at all. They really messed up my shipping, and I was very proactive, not proactive, I was advocating for myself, and because they wanted to just send me a couple cartridges, and I'm like, no, you need to catch me up on all the packages that are sitting out there that didn't ship, or shipped and didn't ever, you know, have a tracking. Not sure why I'm having trouble with this glue. I'm going to get a different glue out here. I'm going to get my tacky glue, because that's just really problematic. Come on. Oh my goodness. I don't know if my hands are just weak, but for some reason I'm having trouble. I know why my hands are ink. I've been painting. Spent a few days with my daughter's, just helping her get her house ready to sell, and I used muscles I didn't remember that I had. So that's why my right hand is sore. So we're just going to go ahead and place this on here, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of time to fudge it a little bit. Come on. There we go. Get that smoothed out. Oh, come on. I'm going to take it up again. That didn't really work very well. So let's start with the bottom here. So I haven't crafted in a couple of days because I was really ahead on my videos. So I didn't really feel like I had to really do more than I was doing. Oh my goodness. I don't know if my paper's not straight or what. Third time's a charm, right? Hopefully. Maybe my paper's not straight. I'm not sure. It appears to not be straight, which is unfortunate. But we're not looking for perfection, so we're just gonna pretend that it's nice and straight. It's just from my journal, or a journal that I'll probably give away. So that is the front. This is going to be the back. And let's go ahead and get this piece on. This is going to be a little bit more challenging because it is a thinner paper. I don't really work with regular copyweight paper anymore because it's just not thick enough for me. It feels way too flimsy. So as you can see by my little note, this video is going to air on the 13th of August. It's only the 3rd today because I'm that far ahead. So I've been kind of prepping my stuff and putting them in a bucket, and then coming back and doing the videos, which has been really handy. Boy, this is really crooked. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I might have to cut that off and square it up a little bit. But that's okay. It's really not straight at all. But we will carry on. I just have to be careful that I don't cut the bottom because the bottom, it's a pocket, so we're just not going to really worry too much about it. I can trim the sides maybe and glue them. I'm not sure. We'll see. I may just ink them up a little bit more and try to camouflage that. So on the back, I've got this coffee dyed paper that I got from a shop. I'll be sure to link that as well. And I'm going to put this on here as a pocket. So we're just going to glue the 3 sides. I should have this one tipped over. Maybe I'll use my Fabri-Tac because it's already running to the bottom here. I'm going to have to take my nozzle off my art glitter glue and see if I can figure out what's going on with that. But this will do for now. So we're just going to put this on the back, kind of close to the bottom here. I'm not really looking for it to be super centered in terms of top to bottom. I love this paper. I love Paris. I love France stuff. When I was at the beach, I actually bought 2 books at this book warehouse in our coastal town, and I got 2 books, 2 really big novels for $12. It was really pretty cool. So I can't remember. I think this was going to go on here so that I've got a little tuck as well as my pocket. So I think that's what I was planning on doing. So I'm going to just glue the 3 sides of this as well. Oops, that was way off the track there. Wipe that off there. So I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying the videos. I'm going to be doing a Bohemian journal. I'm going to call it Bohemian Beauty. And I'm using a couple of different digital kits for that, as well as some recycled material. And it's going to be kind of a small journal in terms of size. It's I printed the papers wrong on my printer, and so now I have to make the journal smaller. But I hope that you'll tune in for that, because I think it's going to be super fun. I'm really drawn to it, drawn to the bohemian stuff, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm just enjoying myself. So this tag, as you can see, we've already backed it with the coffee dyed paper. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up on the back here. I forgot to do that after I put that paper on. So I've got a nice little journaling spot here. I forgot I need to make something to go in the envelope. I might have to do that on camera here. We'll see how time goes here. So, and then we also, I think I want to just leave it like that. I'm not even going to put anything at the top. So that's just going to tuck in there like so. I might need to put something on there. That looks a little bit boring, doesn't it? Let's see what I've got in my scrappy bin here. See if we can find a piece of lace or something that would look cool there. Let's see what we've got here. That's kind of cool. Except it's kind of going the wrong way for that purpose, to create kind of a pole. I really like just making the pole rather than a eyelet all the time. Kind of make things a little bit more interesting. So this is also going the wrong way. Well, this is kind of my go-to, is this my big lace here. So let me see if this one will work. This should work just fine. So we're going to go ahead and put that on the top of this tag. It can actually get cut down because it's a little bit too wide. So I'm going to cut that off. And then we're going to put this on my tag. Whoa, whoa, big bubble, hold on. Towels are out of reach. There we go. Okay, let's put a little bit of art glitter, or Fabri-Tac. Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Glue is not my friend today. At all. Oh boy, oh boy. I like that. Just put a little bit of lace there just to make it fancy. I think I maybe just need to fill this Fabri-Tac up. When it's full, it just behaves better than when it's not. It's got so much air in it. Ugh. Okay, it's all crooked. There we go, that's better. So just a little bit of a trim there. I did, at the antique store, I got this thing of buttons. I'm so excited. As you can see, just looking through the jar, they're really, really unique. So I'm gonna pull one of these out, see if I can find a small one that will work for this. Preciousness. Oh, that one right there. It's actually still got some fabric on the back of it. Just a little button looking one. So I think we're gonna use that. Use my Fabri-Tac. It looks like it's a metal button. Put that right there. Oh yeah, perfect. Let's go ahead and tuck that baby in the pocket. Should be good now for that to be nice and dry. And then I also, what did I have this for? What did I have this for? Because I thought I had like a tag to go in here. I think this was my tag. So we're going to go ahead and make this into a tag. Give me a second to just ink this up. I'm going to round the edges just because my pocket is rounded. I think it would be cool. Or just kind of a writing spot. It doesn't have to be a tag. This is just a journaling spot. It already has, it's already backed. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave that. Can totally write on that. Looks like like I did that on paper. Probably hadn't run out of ink. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck this in here. Actually, I'm thinking I want to make a little, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, no, wrong side. Thought, oh no, my pocket's glued shut. It's not. Oh, goodness. Okay. So what was I saying? I was thinking about making a notch here because I want that to look like a pocket. So let me grab one of my small hole punches here. This isn't really very small, but let's see if we can get it in here after the fact and punch ourselves a little hole. Yeah, it's too big. I'll have to go for a little hole, which is fine. My little hole punch. I should have done that before I did this. This is tricky. I don't think I'm going to be able to put a hole on that. Oh well, plan D. We're going to just go ahead and stick that in there, a little tag. I might come back and put something else on that. In fact, I do think I want to put another piece of this lace on it, just to kind of have those bits match a little bit. Oh, this one's perfect. Whoops. I just dropped it on the floor. Perfect piece. So we're going to glue this one on the top of this little journal card. And give it a little press there. Sticking. And a little bit on the other side. I need my towel because that's what I use to press my stuff down when I don't want to get my fingers all sticky. So let's go ahead and just give that a little touch. Push it with my towel. Yep, I think I need a little bit more glue here because this is pretty frayed. Doesn't really want to stick. See, the other thing about my beach trip is we only live about not even 2 hours from the coast and 2 hours from the mountain, which is really cool. So, so yeah, it was a lot of driving though, and a lot of walking. One of the towns that we went to, I parked way far away from the town because I didn't really, it's not one of the places that I'm super familiar with. So I kind of got turned around. Look at this button. Oh my gosh, it's so unique. Look at that. Is it going to focus? Not sure if I want that or not. Oh, this was so pretty. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. So anyway, I was just saying that we live super close to the coast, so it makes it really nice when you want to just get away for a little bit. That's really pretty. I need to break off that bit on the end. So what did I do with those Sharpie things? Oh, goodness. Hold on, guys. This is what happens when you change your mind as you're going along. Well, maybe I'll just use a pair of scissors. That should work too. I didn't expect to pull these buttons out or I would have already had all this ready. Just going to break that end off if I can. It's a little bit tough. Does not want to come off because it's like genuine something. So we need to find a different one because time is ticking here. So let's see if we can find. They all have a little piece of that on the back though, so I need to like pre-prepare those so that I don't have that problem in the future. So let's see. This one's nice and it still has the thread on it, which I love. So let's just use this little button. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Okay. So that's going to go in there when we're done. I guess it can stick. I'm going to take these out though because I'm going to be working on the other side. So those are our little inserts for the front or for the back of the piece. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, just to make this easier, I'm just going to ink this some more around this edge just to kind of disguise that. You know, it's not really a big deal. If you're into perfection, you know, I guess make sure that your cuts are straight, because mine clearly were not. So there's that. And then I wanted to put this on here, but I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a cluster. So let me grab a little bit of some scraps of paper here. I want some vintage music pages or something from my stash here. So I've got this little container that's kind of divided. This is my music pages and my vintage stuff, basically. So things from my stash and whatnot. That's a good piece of coffee dyed paper. Oh, that's already broken, tied down. Oh my goodness. Already tore down. We've already got a piece of this that's partially inked, so we'll use that. Use your scraps. It's the best thing ever for creating really, really great little clusters of stuff. I actually like this one better because it's darker, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm just going to tear this down a little bit. And we're going to use a little bit of this music page as well. It's a little bit long. I like that end, so we're going to keep that intact. And then, do we need music page? I really like our goodness, book page stuff. Clearly cannot talk today. Yeah, that's going to be a good cluster. So let me see if I can find one more piece of that lace just to add a little bit of interest here. It's one of my favorite laces. Well, it is my favorite lace because you can use it whole, or you can use the little bits like I'm using here. That's really cool. But I'm not seeing any more in my little bucket here. So let's see if I've got a big piece here. In my big bucket, which is like, that's not it. Well, maybe we'll just use a bit of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink this stuff up. I'm not sure we're gonna have time for two. I might just make this into 2 videos because we're already at 32 minutes. I don't know how you guys feel about the longer videos. It's harder to kind of collapse them down when I'm doing junk journaling versus mixed media, but I'll probably split this up into part 1 and part 2. I love this coffee dyed paper. This is some that I coffee dyed. There we go. So we've got a little bit of stuff here. I'm actually going to pull this one over because it's got more loose nappy parts of the lace here, which is probably not at all the correct word, but I just want a little bit. So let's go ahead and get this little cluster on here. So we'll try with the coffee dyed paper first. Sorry, that's probably off screen again. Going to put it down here. Yeah. A little bit of book page. I a little bit of music page. I'm just going to come down here, just bring this down lower, straighten that out a little bit, and then I think I'll put, well, maybe I won't use the lace, and then I've got this little, oh, except that is not right at all. It's going to cover everything up. Well, it's okay. I'll just bring this over here a little bit It's going to cover up a little bit of those flowers, but I think that's going to be okay. Or I can come up here. Decisions. I had this lace over here I forgot about. Let's pause here. See if we want to put some of this lace on. I think I do. I really like that. So yeah, let's do that. Just going to get it to that second line there. Oops. A little bit of towel here. Sorry, I'm a little bit off today, guys. I feel like I'm jabbering and not making a lot of sense. There we go. Go ahead and cut that off really quick. I like that. That way I can incorporate that little bit of lace maybe here into the center, which I think will be good. Like maybe like so. And then put this on top. It's really off here. I wanted that music page to show, but it's just not gonna. Maybe we will switch that out and not use that. I've got this little flower cluster. I think that's what I originally had planned, actually. Just seems like too much of something here. I guess I'm gonna have to sacrifice my music page there. Don't you hate that? Well, it still shows a little bit, so we're just gonna go with it. Just go with it. Don't overthink it like Cara-Renee does at times. Sometimes I do okay not overthinking. Other times not so much. So let's go this way. I'm just going to cover those words up a little bit. That will work. Just a nice little cluster there is just fine. So the only other thing I want to do, which I completely forgot to do, was to create something to go in this pocket. So let me look at my ephemera here and see what I can find. There's not very many of it that's big in this kit. They're all kind of small, other than we have this Eiffel Tower one, but it would have to be cut down a little bit so that it's not so tall. So I don't really want to use that. Let's see what else we got here. This might be pretty because it's actually a part of the back, so it would tie that together. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna think on that and come back to it, and I can always add it later. So this is our first glassine bag, and this could actually be attached on a journal page like so. This is pretty flimsy, so I'm thinking I probably won't do that. But we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck that back in that pocket and tuck this back into this pocket. And then we have, we can still put a tuck in, or a journal card or something in here. So I'm going to go ahead and break here, and I'll come back and do part 2 probably right away. But for you, it'll be a different time, a different date. So I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.